Hello, hello, we are back. Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Oh my God, look at my lipstick. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon. How you all doing today? I hope you did enjoy I'm here to see their father reaction on my video. I'm here to even show him. Yes. I hope you enjoyed my comedy video with my kids today. All right, so today's topic, I don't know what happened to this. I need to see where. Anyways, let me just drop it here. I need to pin. Yes. So, yes. Hello, everyone. Please share this video as you come in. This is very important. And we need to discuss that. I just want to be sure that I'm on live. Yes. Okay, now that I have, I have managed to set this up, I would love to, go on my other pages to run my videos, but let me just manage this page for now. While I'm doing this, I'm also trying to go on my Instagram page. Give me one sec. Yeah, hi, how are you? How are you? What happened to this today? It used to be very beautiful. Kilode. It's even shining today though. Let me see the, excuse me. Yeah, the brightness is nice, okay. All right, it is okay now. Should I switch on the ring light or not? Oh my God. Oh my God. Good evening, everyone. Be happy. Don't worry, my voice is good now. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Lights. Oh yeah, I can get a notification. No. Oh no. What happened to my notification button? Yeah, I'm very. Hello, welcome to my live video. Don't worry, be happy. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to waste much of your time. As you all know, on this page is called Solution Center with Tina. Yes. The title of this video is, do you think a divorcee can fall in love again? Do you think a divorcee can fall in love again. So someone, wants me to discuss this, even though I don't have a lot of commentators, but few of which I know that can join us later, or maybe watch the video briefly and then leave their comments. I love you all to leave your comment tonight. Even if it's just one person, I'm okay. And I know that not just me alone needs to learn from this. Other people also need to learn, especially the young youths, young ladies, both male and female. If you are on my platform, we talk about so many things, and it is left for you to pick out what it is or what is not. I don't know. It depends on you. Now, a question was brought to me because a lady is having a doubt about her getting married to a divorcee, or she is married to a divorcee. And there was a lot of questions during this discussion this afternoon, which I did ask her. That includes how long, how long have you met him, and how long has he been divorced, so we had some conversation, but she's still in a very big doubt. And I know that this topic, most bloggers will want to talk about it, not just me alone. Maybe when some bloggers comes on my platform to see a topic that they can treat more than the way I'm doing it, is also fine. When someone is divorced, as we all know, I don't preach divorce, but if you have to walk away to save your life and save the life of your children, why not? If not, you can stay in a marriage where you are not happy. You can stay with someone that you're not ever happy with, and will never be happy with that person, no matter how that person tries to show you love. So we'll do a divorcee. Do you think a divorcee can fall in love? Some of them do, not 100%. And the reason why I said not all of them, or not 100%, is because some are wounded like a lion. Some are wounded like a hungry lion. Some are being hurt that they don't even think they can see any other human being, any other person as a human being. You know what I mean? So I really don't blame some people if they decide not to fall in love anymore. Maybe because of what the previous relationship or marriage has taught them. Even in relationship, when you come across tough man in your life or woman in your life, you will not even want to consider marriage as a thought at all. The reason is because what you've seen so far in relationship. And some people are always mixing it up. Relationship is different from marriage. But there are some relationships that, you can consider to say, yeah, even if you are married, will be the same. But it's not going to be the same. There are things that you have to do for marriage's sake. But in relationship, there are things that you cannot do. You don't want to do. When you don't do it, nobody will force you, because it's just a relationship, nothing serious. And even if it's serious, yeah, there are things that you want to step back for, because it's relationship. But when it's marriage, there are things that you cannot do. There are decisions that you cannot make when it comes to marriage. Decision taking will be both sides, and not just you, not just your decision. All right? So in conclusion, decision will be for both you and your husband. But in relationship, sometimes you can take action, But you have to also remember that in every action, there is opposite and equal reaction. That takes me back to what the topic is. I just want to analyze a little bit of why both male and female may not consider love as second thought after divorce. Now, what I'm saying now is someone can fall in love again maybe after 14 years, 15 years of divorce. But after 1 year or 2 years of divorce, it is very, very difficult. Very difficult. Only if you don't love your wife or your husband from the inside. From the onset. If you don't love that human being that you call your husband from the onset, you can easily move on. And if you have been suffering in that marriage, you can easily move on. But whereby you love your partner dearly, it is very difficult to move on, especially if children is involved. Don't allow anyone to deceive you. Love is not something you pick on the floor. I refuse to be deceived. I refuse to be deceived, even if I have one. But it takes time. Love takes time. It's not something you just see under 2 months you fall in love after divorce. It's difficult. Because on the other thoughts, if you have a character or you are portraying a character that's your S, let's say for instance my S. If a man comes to me and is showing the same attitude, character, behavior that my first marriage was showing me, I will step back. Why? Because I don't want to make mistake the second time. I don't want to see myself going into the pit again. I don't want to see myself going down the drain again for the second time, because I may not survive it. So we are different human beings, and there are ways of handling or healings. Some people take time to fall in love naturally. Some people don't love just like that, because they know what they are. They know what they will, they know what they are involved in. They know what love is. They understand what love is. The other party might not understand what love is. What love is. But you as a person knows what you are going into, because you've been there before. Now, if the other side is the wife was a divorcee, and the one that she is getting into has never been married before, is going to be a little bit difficult. Why? Because the other person will want, the new boyfriend or your new partner might want you to show the love, like the way you are used to doing relationship, of which you as a wounded lion will not want to do that, because you have been there before. So whatever you're doing, you want to caution yourself. You don't want to go into it. You don't want to move into it. You don't want to make mistake the second time. And now let me tell you something. If you make mistake, it's good for you to make mistake, because when you make mistake, you learn. Usually, I don't believe in mistake, but now I understand. I realize when you make mistake, that gives you more knowledge, more understanding, what you are supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do, what you have done in the past. However, so many people, so many human beings are not the same, unfortunately. What A has done or might have done to you in the past or present, B might not want to do it. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is very simple. The truth is, when you meet a divorcee, don't expect too much from them. Try to see the parts that they have been through. See how you can build again together. Don't expect he needs to show me love. He needs to start doing all of this. If you're doing that, he or she might want to run away. Especially women. When they are heartbroken, they are very careful more than men. Men can give second chance. I'm sorry, but this is the truth. But women will always be careful. If they want to check your phone, you will be a suspect. And you may not enjoy the marriage, because she is a wounded lion. Every little thing she will flee up. Every little thing she will flee up, because she has been through it before. She doesn't want to go through. She thinks in her brain that you are the same. So it will only take years for her to understand that you are not the same from her previous marriage. But for a part, when it comes to the male side of it, some men doesn't want to have anything to do with women anymore. They are done and dusted. Why some may, have rethink. Because divorce is not easy. Remember, there are a lot of prices, there are a lot of damages, there are a lot of toxicity. Is it toxic? There are a lot of emotional, breakdown. There are more of depression in the marriage. So it takes time to heal in all of these things that I just mentioned now, to be frank with you. If the man is rich, you know what it is. He's going to lose a lot of things, especially when he's in the Western world. Probably he was dating the girl or married to the girl when he has nothing. And he suffered to acquire those things. And you know what it is in the Western world, like in abroad. The woman will want to take 50%, if not even 60%, from what the man has suffered for. Now, tell me, after taking all of this, you want money, you want this, the man has to start taking care of the children and all of that. Do you think probably the kids are 7 years doing when both of you divorce? And 7 plus 14. 7 plus 14. And after that, the man will just want to fall in love just like that. Some of them cannot survive it after seeing their things. Seeing what they've acquired, what took them years to achieve, just to go in a tick of an eye. It is not easy, to be frank with you. Let's not deceive ourselves. When divorce setting is a big problem in some countries. And that's why you see that a lot of men don't want to go for divorce. They rather go for separation and settle the woman in a very good way. And that the same goes to women, not just only men. Women also suffer the same. After suffering, like the way I come out every morning to say, come and buy hair, come and do this. At the end of the day, I was able to, gather customers, save customers, have my customers and all of that. And I was able to, start making profit from my business. And the next thing, boom, divorce. Everything I have suffered for belongs to me and my husband. It may be 60-40. If he's not working, I will continue to take care of him until he starts doing something. Only if I have to leave the country where he stays and just disappear in the air. So we need to understand what we are going into. If you are dating a divorcee man, I advise you to give him time. Don't rush things. Sometimes he might be sarcastic, say something that you don't like. That doesn't mean he doesn't love you. He's just reflecting on what has happened in the past. He's maybe thinking, where have this girl been? I should have dated this girl. I should have been married to such a woman being. I've been dating her for 5 years, no stress. Yeah, you have your differences in between, but it doesn't look like your previous wife. So do not deceive yourself. When you see a good man, you will know, even if he's a divorcee. He understands your weakness. He sees your struggle. He may want to support you. But does he have 100% love? Coming from a place that he was starved. I cannot judge. I cannot vow. But maybe not. We are only human. We are only human. Some people will come up to say, oh, I found love again. I'm so happy. It is not easy because the man that is, trying to welcome you back is thinking in his brain, what will have caused this girl, this beautiful girl, divorce? What has happened? Is she telling me the truth? There will be a doubt in between. The man will keep asking questions. If she's that good, why? What has happened? Only if the girl tells him the truth to say, I'm very rich and all of that. I think that's what has prompted my husband to do what he has done, to do what he did. Sorry. But nevertheless, life goes on. Don't feel down. Don't look down on yourself. Don't feel cheated, because life goes on. You need to pick up your broken bottles and start from somewhere. You need to, have mind change to start showing your partner love, because that is who you see at the moment. That is who you're seeing, and she has never. So that is why, a divorcee, either husband or wife, okay, as a divorcee, you need to calm down after your first marriage is, shut down, closed, You need to calm down. You need to take your time. You need to know your wrong from your right. You need to understand, why am I facing this? You need to ask yourself. Don't, some people, when they are divorced, they feel they don't have no fault. Of course you do have fault. One person cannot fault in the family, in the marriage. So the fault must come from either you or her. So in between, you have to check, what has been my fault? What is the thing that I'm doing that I didn't get right? What do I need? How do I need to improve from my weakness? As a woman being, the truth is, we all make mistakes. Some of which we chased our husband away because we think the diamond is right on the way. Some of which we have to let go, even though it's difficult and tough decision, which is not bad. If it's a decision that you have made for yourself, just so you can be happy, which is what matters most, why not, if not? Otherwise, if it's not necessary, what do you think you're going to gain outside? Who are you looking for outside? You may regret it. Most of the divorce, some of which the female and the male, the husband or the wife, eventually regret it. And that is why you must learn to handle situation in marriage before it gets to divorce. It is very difficult for me to sit down here and lie to you to say, for me to sit down here and lie in front of the camera to say, divorcee, a divorced man or a divorcee man will show you 100% love. It's better for you to take it gradually. For someone like me, don't deceive me. Take it little step by step. I understand and I know how to handle it. I know you're coming from a place where you are being beaten like a lion. You know how lion, is it what animal beats lion like a wounded lion? So when you are coming from a place where you are wounded already, you don't want to listen to nobody. You see everybody, that includes men, as the same. You don't want to listen to them. It's just like when someone breaks your heart. It's the same. We just managed to change the name to put divorce. When someone breaks your heart, you know what it is, because the person your heart is broken. Your heart is broken. Of course, the person will want to walk away forever. So they managed to give that name, divorce. When you are heartbroken, seriously heartbroken, it takes years to build it. When the heart is broken, let's analyze it. When the heart is broken, to fix it is difficult. Yeah, to fix it is always. That is why I keep saying I cannot guarantee you 100% that divorcee man is truly in love with you. I don't know him, I've not seen him, but you just have to build that love again for him and take the bad egg off to replace it with your own heart's love in his heart and say, this is my love and I'm giving it to you. Take this love and then fix it without oppression. That is when the person can start seeing you and start showing you 100% love, and start saying, my heart is here. And I hope you don't divorce that person because this person is also rich, just so you can gain half of her property or half of what she has gotten. One thing about me is, to be frank with you, one thing about me is I don't know how to take what is not mine. What is not mine, I don't know how to claim it. I will never sleep. I will never have rest of mind because it doesn't belong to me. But when I know it is mine in full, 100%, I don't have to stress myself over it. I will never, and I have never taken what doesn't belong to me. That includes property. Because if you take something that is not yours, you never suffer for it. Definitely somebody else will take it from you. Definitely, more than 100%. Sure. Yes. You said, remember, we are not the same person as your previous. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You might even be worse than what she has been through or than what he has been through. So it's a two-way thing. Because you are really wounded, you are really hurt, you might not want to start showing her love. She will tell you, I'm here. You might not want to believe her. Probably that is one of the things that caused your divorce in the first place. When your wife tells you she's there, she's not there. You get there, you don't see her. So the truth is bitter. Right? The truth is bitter. Divorce is not a joke. For you to meet someone that is a divorcee and tells you, you see, most of them when you meet them, they will tell you it's over 10 years now. Some will tell you it's over 15. Oh, it's over 21 years. I want to try love again. You know, this happened to me when I was 30 years old or 31 years old. That's what they will tell you. You cannot tell who the right man, or sorry, you cannot tell who who is the right person for you. You can only see that person and you don't know what is in his mind. That's what I wanted to say. You know nothing in my heart. Just like I cannot predict what is in your heart. We show each other love, but we don't know what is inside our tummy. Some of which the divorce, you know, process or what the cause of the divorce can be when you are in the marriage, you keep lying to your wife all the time. You don't open up to your wife, and then when she finds out, she's gonna walk away because the worst woman being I can deal with is a liar. When you come back home to tell me things, and if you lie to me, you can do every other thing to someone like me, but the lying part is very irritating to me. You can never live with a woman or a man that lies so much. A man that always thinks that he is smart. All you need to do is to sit down and watch him on your high seat. When he is tired of lying, he will definitely come back and tell you the truth. And some women cannot stand it. The same goes to men. They rather tell you, no, I can't live with you anymore. I don't love you. Just one lie. Because the moment they accommodate that one lie, they feel that you are going to continue lying. And the only way for them to, you know, stay away because of their mental health is by divorcing, not even separation. Divorce you in total. Some of which will not even want any of the property. They will tell you, you can give your children, you know, give it to the kids. I'm not interested. I was with you because of love. I never stay with you because of your property. So I don't care. Give it to them. And they will never sleep in that house. No matter how broke the woman is. We have women like that. Whatever you give to them, they don't care. They just don't want to see you anymore. I hate lie. Tell me the truth. I love it when you tell me the truth. We'll jump past it. I can be using it every morning, you know, woman thing. But when you lie to me, well, I don't blame women. I don't blame some men for their action. The worst thing that you can ever do is live with a man that lied to you. The worst thing you can ever do is live with a woman that lied. Because when they sells you, when they, you know, when she do something wrong outside, you don't even know when she's telling the truth or not. You can't even vouch for her. You can't even go support her. You can't even go first stand for her. Because you know that probably she might have done something like that. You don't know what to say. Some of which you see the men, they will run away. I ran away because I cannot support you. So divorce can be caused by so many things. But when that man is divorced, you can never tell me it takes you 2 years. Especially when children are involved. 2 years, no. 3 years, no. It takes more than that year that you're talking about to move on to the next person. If at all, your ex-partner would love to move on. So I will not sit here and deceive you and say, yeah, a divorcee man, he loves you 300%. No. Because he's going to be watching you. He's a wounded man. He's a wounded woman. Women is even worse. Because, no way. She will take her time. She can love you. She can show you love. She can do everything for you. But you'll be under, is it civilians? You'll be under watch. She will be watching every step because she doesn't want to make mistake. Some men are like that. Just like when you call him and say, I'm here. He doesn't even care. He's not ready to come and start chasing you. No. Why? Because he doesn't want what happened in his previous marriage to happen in his present marriage. Because he has learned his lesson. He doesn't want repetition of issues. So the best way is to avoid it. I don't care. Will I say it's 100% love? I cannot give you that guarantee. I cannot give you that guarantee. So just love him. Love him, but be careful. Because we don't know who's who. Love him and be careful at the same time. Make sure the excuse or excuses that he told you or the complaint that he gave you about his previous wife is nothing but the truth. The same goes to the woman. Both the husband and the ex-husband and ex-wife should be the same. And the good part of it is the cause of the marriage are always on internet. If you feel that what he has told you is wrong, you can get the information from the internet. I think it's only $5. If you click on the internet, you will see their name registered and you will see the year the divorce took place. That way you understand what has transpired between both of them. From there you will know who you're dating. From there you know who you want to get married to. From there you will know what you want to involve yourself in. On this note, I'd love to pass it on to my guest here, who will be speaking on it. His experience as well, and share a little bit of light to what I've just said now.
Thank you, Speaker. Interesting. Now, can you fall in love when you're divorced? The answer to that is yes. It takes time to get there before you enter into a brand new relationship, of course. But give yourself time to heal, understand the pain and the anger you've had inside you, and work through it, because that should not be brought to the new relationship. And just remember what went wrong and why it went wrong in the divorce. And I have experience of this, unfortunately, I was not the respondent in the divorce. I filed for the divorce, I won't tell you the reasons why, but unpalatable. But nevertheless, that's what's happened. And there were children involved as well. So having had the experience firsthand and gone through the trauma of divorce, and believe me, and most men in particular, because it may be one-sided from the speaker with females thinking they are hard done to, men are equally hard done to, and you know, to suddenly have your wife, let's say, doing things what creates a divorce, but trying to reconcile in that period, and then, you know, there was little or no chance. So, you know, my advice: always try to resolve, get an amicable settlement, and repair the marriage. Divorce is traumatic. If you think it isn't, go through it. Then you'll be traumatic. You'll be traumatized, you know, when you have to settle everything, say goodbye to everything, dismantle everything. You're dismantling your own image, your own reputation at the same time. You must remember that. You're not just dismantling a marriage, you know, you're dismantling your social being, your social position, your social friends, because, you know, you quite often, you know, you had the same friends, and not everyone will be on your side. So think very, very carefully. And men in particular, because, you know, speaking from that point of view, yes, it takes time. It took me a long time, I have to be quite truthful. And yes, was it because I was frightened and traumatized? That was an element of it. The other element was that I decided, rightly or wrongly, to ensure that another female did not enter my family's life, because I brought up my children after the divorce, because the children were left with me, thankfully, which was good. But likewise, it was my decision not to get a relationship and to break my bond with my children. Now, that cost me a lot of years out of my life. And was it right? If I look back now, you know, it's something that I question myself about. So, you know, it's not just about healing, it's about what the people around you and what you have to protect and how you have to bring them up. So, you know, take care when you make decisions. You know, you can have a blazing argument, but, you know, leave it behind and move forward, because the prospect of working through it takes years, whereas it might only take 2 or 3 months if you don't get divorced, and it's worth it. But married men who get divorced, given sufficient time, mine was extensive, but there was a reason for that, as I've just explained, can fall in love at 100%, 200%, 1,000%, because they will choose someone who is completely different, and mostly, I have to say, from a different culture. And you'll find that, and the beauty about different cultures is that they understand marriage better than some other cultures. And my culture, they don't understand marriage very well. You know, I noticed that someone wrote down, women use it as a career. It's very true in the UK. They marry one guy, strip him of his money, get married again, strip him of his money, get married again, strip him of his money. It's a career to these people. You know, but unfortunately, it's what follows these women behind as well. And it's a very big stigma, I'll tell you. You know, socially, they are bankrupt, and they are bankrupt socially. You know, you can't get out of it. go and live 1,000 miles away, because that's the only way you'll get out of it. And that may follow you, because the world has shrunk as well. So, just be, thoughtful that what you do, take care, because the repercussions are massive. But for me, married men can find that perfect woman. And I think I found a perfect woman. Different culture, different thought processes, and, to me, very honest, trusting and loving and caring. And she knows how to iron shirts, which is even better. So, for me, that is my considerations. Thank you.
All right, so as you have heard from my guests, who always, help me out in some area where I have a little bit of concern. On this note, I'll just, tell you the answer is yes and no. So if you meet someone that is healing, support the person to heal, and don't bring more problem or drama to the person, either the husband or ex-husband or ex-wife. Okay, whoever you meet, give them time, because any little thing you do, they want to shout, but not everyone knows how to raise voice. What I'm saying is, in a very simple sentence, is build that love again for a divorcee. If you meet one, take your time, make sure you tell or talk to him or her about your intention of coming. Don't come and add to the person pain or injury. Don't give that person chance to start thinking, I have been here before and I'm still repeating it again. Why am I giving love the second chance? There is always second chance after our mistake, which you need to focus on and correct your mistake so that you don't repeat it again and again. It doesn't matter how many times you try. It doesn't matter how many times you fail. What matters is you correcting yourself and correcting yourself, moving on, correcting yourself, as nobody is perfect. Even those that are hurting you or those that are divorced to you are not even perfect. They might not even have that intention to do that, but because of the previous thing that they've been to, they keep thinking that way. Some people don't think like that, while some people think exactly like that. So on this note, I'd like to stop here. If you like my video, please comment, share the video, let it go viral. Let people understand that you can meet someone, a divorcee that has been divorced for maybe 14 years, 10 years, and fall in love again. You can meet someone, a divorcee, that has been, wounded so much that he or she doesn't even trust no one around him or her. So we need to, build that trust again for them. We need to support. You need to support them if you meet one. You need to be patient with such person. It is very important that you are patient with a divorcee, because with time, the person will start seeing you, will start understanding you, and we move to the point where he or she will want you to decide, because he believes that you have brain. For you to, quickly support the healing process, that means you're part of him or her forever. You'd never added to her injury. You never added to his injury, So you support and make sure that you move them forward. You move them from that depression stage that they are, because it's very depressing right now. I'm telling you the truth. But if you can move them and change their mindset and move their mind from where they've been, where they have been for 14 years, to another level, always make them happy as you can, because you have never been there before. You never wore the shoe. You never know how painful it is. So if you can support the divorcees, if you can, help them to, come out of where they are, and most of all, let them understand that after that love, somebody can love you. You can also love the person again. You can also love again. Believe me. But you have to prove it to them, and don't add to it. Most of them will be behaving funny. Most of them will be shouting. But you just take time, because that pressure is still there. They see everybody as the same, which is not. So on this note, I'd like to say goodbye and take good care of yourself. Please watch the video to the end to understand what I mean. A divorcee can fall in love again. You've heard from my guest, but it takes time. That is the truth. Thank you all for joining me tonight. and stay blessed. Bye for now. Bye.